Welcome back, friends, to my playthrough of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we finished eliminating all the Geth outposts throughout the Armstrong Nebula. We started with the two that we had known beforehand, after which we discovered the main Geth outpost in the Grissom system on the moon of Solcrum, and eliminating the final outpost led us to discovering some data about the Geth and how they have evolved in the last few centuries. And this data tied back rather nicely to Tally's pilgrimage. So we spoke with her regarding the data. She actually asked us for permission to copy the data and bring the copy back to the flotilla as a gift from her pilgrimage, and we decided to let her do exactly that. And yeah, it felt really nice actually, seeing how grateful she is, I suppose. And that's what we did in the last episode. Now, in between the episodes, I updated our equipment, and in doing so, I decided to travel back to the Citadel, because at this point we no longer have only the item limit of our inventory to pay attention to, but we also need to consider the fact that our credits keep maxing out every now and then. But at the same time, there's not so many equipments available on the shops that are worthwhile, you know. So yeah, we kind of have to pay attention to all these aspects. And while I was shopping on the Citadel, I discovered something that is potentially interesting. So even though I mentioned in the last episode that we are gonna do the Bring Down the Sky DLC, in this episode we're still gonna do the DLC within this episode, I think. It's just we're gonna begin this episode with this discovery I came across on the Citadel. So without any further ado, let's get right back into the game. Okay. Let's go with Garrison Rex. I tend to want to bring Garrus whenever we visit the Citadel, because, you know, he's seasick and all.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Check out Rex's cool new armor. It's the only armor so far that's made by the Geth Armory. It's not a proper corporation name like for any other piece of equipment, but that's what it says. Actually, I can show you guys. Oh, we need to level up somebody. there, it says, few details are known about the manufacture of Geth equipment, though their weapons and armor are of the highest quality. Now why would the Geth craft an armor for Krogans to use? I don't quite know. But it's a very strong armor, so I'm using it. Okay, let's level Geras up. Let's keep going down the damping talent. And 2 points for Rex. Let's upgrade the shotgun talent. Okay.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
We know that that was not exactly the case, though. Not by natural causes.
I'd love to see what the Normandy can do in a fight.
Only an idiot hopes for combat while flying in a stealth ship.
But the stealth drive adds a new tactical level to space combat as we know it. Surprise attacks, undetected flanking maneuvers.
This isn't a strategy simulation. If those new tactics don't work, we're salvage.
Oh, I like that. That was pleasantly surprising coming from Rex, I think. I mean, we know he's not a bloodthirsty idiot or anything like that, but he kept an especially cool head in that scenario. And I see his point. I mean, I see Gears' point too. It's just I particularly enjoyed Rex's response. Of course, in a stealth ship, we don't hope for a combat. But if combat does happen, then there are some cool things we can pull off, just like Geras said. And I suppose it's not that surprising to know how realistic and pragmatic Rex can be, or normally is rather. So here's the thing. I never noticed this guy before. What's his name? Finch? So I'm thinking this is a new assignment. It's been a while since we last did an assignment on the Citadel, so this is what I want to do to begin the episode. Let's talk to him.
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Have we met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
Oh, I think he's talking about our background. If I remember correctly, when we chose Earthborn, it did say that before we joined the military, we used to be part of a gang. So that's the name of the gang, 10th Street Reds.
So I ran with the Reds. That's behind me now.
We're not trying to cause you trouble, Shepard. We just want a favor, for old time's sake. One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
We got Garrus right there. And this guy Finch just went off the way he did, and no response from Garrus.
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded. We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
Okay, how do we wanna approach this? I'm thinking these two options are too committal, right? I'm gonna go with the middle one.
I'll talk to the Turian and see what I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I knew you'd remember your old friends. The guard's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again.
Well, okay. Let's pull up our journal first. Citadel, old friends. What was that? A man named Finch, from the gang you joined in your youth, has asked you to speak to a Turian guard about getting a fellow gang member freed. The guard is down in Cora's den. Go talk to the Turian guard at Cora's den in the lower wards. Well, okay. Oh, I think we've been here with Rex before, but I'm interested to see what he got to say this time.
Fist had a good thing going here. Too bad he got greedy.
C-Sec always turned a blind eye to what went on in here. I think Fist was paying someone off.
Okay. Oh, here's the guy. Let's talk to him.
Can I help you?
I got a warning. I want the human released. Cut Kurt Wiseman loose. Do I want him to be released? I don't. These two seems like the same thing. I'm gonna go with this one first and see how it goes.
A human named Finch wanted me to use my authority as a Spectre to free Kurt Wiseman.
The xenophobe? I should have known he'd have friends. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard on his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time. When we're through telling our story, the aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
What are these? Okay, let's go with this one then.
What do you want, Finch? What gets you out of my life?
What do I want? I want aliens off of Earth. I want the Council to stay out of humanity's business.
Okay.
The 10th Street Reds was a gang, not an Earth First movement.
They're a human movement now. You think the Vids will make that distinction? I can find a dozen Reds who'll swear they saw you kill aliens for fun. Who's going to believe you then?
My bio is public record. Everyone knows that I ran with gangs as a kid.
They don't know that the Reds target aliens specifically. We've got the backers to handle off-world missions. Your alien friends won't like you so much when they hear what your gang did.
Wait. So the Turian guard mentioned that Wiseman's a xenophobe. And from all these investigative dialogue options, Finch is telling us that the gang has been repurposed as an Earth-first movement. So it's Wiseman didn't do a minor thing then, right? I wonder what he did. I wished we heard more about it from the guard, maybe. But I just said, well, this guy wanted this other guy released, and then it just turned into this thing with Finch over here. So I mean, okay. I mean, we work hard to get charm dialogue options, right? So we're gonna go with it.
If you want humanity to be strong, a smear attack on the first human Spectre is a bad idea.
The Spectre is right. This is humanity's chance to prove itself. There's even talk of earning a council seat.
Of course you'd side with Shepard. You want someone who's in bed with your kind.
You're wrong. I'm not in bed with anyone. I'm working with you. I'm working with you? Let's try this one.
I'm trying to make humanity strong, Finch. Are you going to stand in my way?
Fine, Shepard, you're right. You're not one of the Reds. Maybe you never were.
That man is a xenophobe who thinks he can blackmail a Spectre. You should have killed him.
No, I shouldn't have. I won't do that. He's not worth my time. Maybe this one.
I didn't need target practice. Don't you have a prisoner to guard?
Goodbye, human. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Spectre you turn out to be.
Paragon plus 10. We don't exactly need more Paragon points, but I'll take it. Okay, 2 points for Shepard. Let's get Advanced Carnage, increases blast radius and damage. And then let's get Damping for Garrus. Advanced Damping increases the radius and strength of damping. And let's get Shotguns for Rex. Master Carnage further increases damage done and size of impact point. Okay, and so that's the end of that assignment, I guess. Yep. After refusing to help free the prisoner, you convinced Finch that smearing the name of the first human Spectre wouldn't help the Terra Firma movement. Finch and the old gang shouldn't bother you any longer. That sounds like what our Shepard would do, right? He's a Spectre now. He left that old life behind. And if Finch and the old gang indeed wants to make humanity stronger, there are better ways to go about it, I think. Still, I wished we were able to hear what exactly Wiseman did. Anyway, we dealt with that assignment, and yeah, this is what we achieved. In the last episode, we no longer have remaining assignments. And for a so-called 90% player like me. I'm not a 100% player. I'm not a completionist at this stage of my life. I don't think it's something I can do. I'm a 90% gamer. Seeing our assignment section of our journal cleared gives me quite the satisfaction. So now we can travel to the Exodus cluster to do the Bring Down the Sky DLC. Such a cool name for the DLC, by the way, Bring Down the Sky.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind.
Nice.
We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Yeah. You know, before we board the Normandy, I think I mentioned a couple of times that now that we maxed out the Paragon bar, we can experiment more with the Renegade options. That would be counterintuitive too, in some ways, right? Why would someone who maxed out the Paragon bar started doing Renegade stuff instead? For example, had we released the prisoner, I think it wouldn't really fit with what Shepard has been doing so far, right? So I don't know, I may need to evaluate my stance, but at the same time, I'm glad that we went with the more Renegade option in the conversation with Finch and the Turian Guard. Now I do feel less, how should I say, less anxious to explore those options, but we'll try to make it still fit our Shepard. And yeah, let's return to the Normandy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Yeah, because the first time I beat this game, I practically didn't think. I just...
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
I just keep choosing the top options, the more... the ones that tend to be the Paragon one. Okay, let's save our game first. And open the galaxy map. And we are going to the Exodus cluster. Ooh, directly from the Serpent Nebula, I think. Yep. Asgard? Or Utopia? Okay. Let's go to Utopia first. The cool Citadel takeoff cutscene. Okay, let's begin exploring the Utopia system then. Starting with the planet Arcadia. An unusually large terrestrial world, Arcadia has a dense atmosphere composed of nitrogen and helium. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of alkaline basalts, but metal deposits are plentiful. Though several spectacular examples of columnar basalt formation offer scenic beauty, Arcadia's hostile environment has precluded commercial development. Okay, we couldn't survey the planet, so let's move on to Eden Prime. Okay, so Utopia system is not new then. Okay, this idyllic agrarian world was one of the first human colonies established beyond the Charon mass relay. Eden Prime's biosphere is unusually well suited for importation of Earth native life. This fertility drew heavy immigration and development by the Systems Alliance and various corporations. Today, Eden Prime is a model of sustainable, organized development. The population is housed space-efficient arcologies that tower over thousands of kilometers of green fields and orchards. Colony founded some 30 years ago. Population 3.7 million. To be honest, I didn't quite get that feeling when we were there, that there were 3.7 million, but then again this is 3.7 million across the planet, so I guess it would make sense. Okay, I don't think we've been to this system, right? Because back then we went directly from Eden Prime to the Serpent Nebula to the Citadel. Okay, the next planet, Zion. Zion is a hydrogen-helium gas giant even larger than Jupiter. Despite its deep gravity well and lethal radiation, it supports a small helium-3 mining industry. The reason is simple. As the only gas giant in the Utopia system, it is the only local source of fuel for Eden Prime's power stations and spaceports. Zion has 112 satellites, ranging from captured asteroids to the moon of Asteroid, which is large enough to retain a thick atmosphere. Even got 1,000 people living on this planet. How does one live in a hydrogen-helium gas giant, by the way? Okay, traveling to Nirvana now. Nirvana has a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. The surface is a mix of water ice and iron oxides, with cryovolcanic plumes of potassium concentrated around the equatorial ridge. Nirvana has little of commercial or scientific interest, though a few geological research stations were constructed in the early 2160s. All have been shut down for years. The Alliance maintains an automated ice-cracking station, which has quietly stockpiled a large amount of deuterium fuel for use by the fleet. It's rather nondescript for a planet called Nirvana. Like for example, Eden Prime, it makes sense, I suppose, to name it Eden Prime, right? Because it's kind of like a garden world. Like Eden even, maybe. Then we got Nirvana, which, you know, I expected more out of a planet named Nirvana. Traveling to Xanadu now. Xanadu's atmosphere is composed of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of calcium. Its location in the deep cold of the outer system and its lack of any valuable resources leave little to recommend it. Okay. Now traveling to our true destination, the Asgard system. I think this is our main destination. Asteroid X57. Wait, this is an asteroid? This looks like a planet. Oh, I think this is a planet. nearby the asteroid. What we're seeing in the bottom left of our screen, and the actual asteroid is in the top right of our screen. X57 is a metallic asteroid originally located at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Bohr. With the increased development on Terra Nova, a new orbital port facility was necessary. Due to a shortage of funding, it was decided to mine out X57, using the recovered resources to finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was decelerated from Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into the orbit of Terra Nova. Recently, communications with the engineering team on X57 have been lost. The fusion torches have reignited and the asteroid is accelerating towards Terra Nova. I'm guessing that's where the name Bring Down the Sky comes from then. Okay. This is Terra Nova and this is Bohr. Yep, I see. Traveling to Terra Nova now? I see. Okay. There was indeed a picture of Terra Nova. Terra Nova was one of the Class 1 colonization prospects discovered by the first wave of Alliance surveys in 2150. It was the second human extrasolar colony and the first beyond the Charon mass relay. It currently has the highest population of any Alliance colony. Though banded by a harsh equatorial desert, areas closer to the poles are temperate. The pace of development was modest, until extensive deposits of platinum were discovered in the 2170s. This rare metal, required in the clean-burning hydrogen fuel cells that power private vehicles, attracted a platinum rush of immigrants and investment from throughout Alliance space. In the past 12 years, Terra Nova has seen a 30% rise in population, and growth does not appear to be slowing. Colony founded 2152. Population 4.4 million. Interesting. Surface temperature of 56 degrees Celsius though. So not the most pleasant place to stay, I think. Okay. Oh, we cannot. Yeah, we can neither survey nor land on Terra Nova, so we're traveling to Bohr for now. Bohr is a huge hydrogen-helium gas giant with over 90 moons. Its striking coloration is caused by the light of ionized hydrogen filtering through an upper cloud deck of sodium. The source of the ionization has not yet been confirmed, but Bohr's mass, equal to 6 Jupiters, and high temperature suggest it may be a small brown dwarf, a large gas giant that gained nearly enough mass to ignite into a small star. Though Bohr's deep gravity well makes mining operations difficult, it is the only gas giant in the system. The hydrogen needed for the local fuel cell industry, combined with the ever-present need for helium-3 fusion torch fuel, make it economical to mine. Okay. Traveling to the planet Tyr. Tyr is compositionally quite similar to Earth. However, it lies over 4 AU from Asgard and possesses an atmosphere primarily composed of nitrogen and ethane. While a potential target for terraforming, the presence of the shirt-sleeves habitable Terra Nova in the same system relegated Tyr to a support role. Nearly 100 corporations, human and alien, have constructed extensive teleoperated mining, refining, and manufacturing facilities across the face of Tyr. Combined with the platinum lodes of Terra Nova, the resources they produce are driving development of the local hydrogen fuel cell industries. The Asgard system now supplies nearly 4% of the galactic market. Okay. It's actually discovered after Terra Nova. we found colonies on Tyr after we did on Terra Nova. Okay, but Tyr is the name of a god in the Norse mythology, right? And wouldn't you know it, we have Loki. Travel to the planet Loki now. Loki is a small terrestrial world with little to recommend it. One hemisphere is largely covered by an ice cap, and the other by craggy basaltic highlands. The rough, varied terrain suggests an ancient cataclysm caused significant damage to the world. This is seemingly reinforced by its unusually elliptical orbit, which reaches 6.5 AU at perigee and 7.1 AU at apogee. Penetrating scans of Loki's ice cap reveal a network of crisscrossing subterranean tunnels. Because some of the tunnels were surprisingly regular in shape and size, early expeditions looked for evidence of excavation. It was concluded they formed by natural processes. Loki's thin atmosphere is mainly composed of krypton and xenon. When it approaches perigee, frozen sulfur trioxides and dioxides can evaporate into clouds on the hemisphere facing Asgard. I see. I'm not sure what perigee and apogee means, but taking the elliptical orbit into context, I think I understand a little bit what they are. Okay then, let's just proceed and land on Asteroid X57. Excuse me. Okay, who to bring? I'm gonna go with Caden and Ashley. It's been a while. Ho ho.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling Asteroid X57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours.
4 hours?
Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. You hear me? Haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Well, we have our mission. We're gonna save our game first. Or maybe let's level up everyone. 4 points for Caden. Let's get Master Lift. Lift lasts even longer and allows you to hit more objects with a much bigger field. Very nice. And where do we go next? We're gonna get 8 more points, right? Let's just get maximum barrier. And Ashley, let's get some shotguns. Advanced Carnage increases damage done by blast. And we're gonna get 1 plus 6 more points. Let's maximize sniper rifles. Since both Shepard and Ashley are soldiers, and Shepard's going for Master Carnage to round out the party, I think Ashley should go for Master Assassination. I think that makes sense. And journal. X57, bring down the sky. After landing on this small asteroid, you were contacted by a human. 3 fusion torches are being used to direct the asteroid into the path of a nearby planet. She's urged you to find the torches and shut them down. Okay. Oh, wait. Disable the torches. Find the 3 fusion torches and disable them. That's the plan. And let's see, what do we have here? Fusion torch, fusion torch, fusion torch, transmission tower. Okay, I guess we'll go to this one first. And also let's save our game. Okay, I wonder if we have like things to find in this asteroid. Oh.
Headed in the right direction. I don't know who you are, but I'm... Damn it.
Oh, got turrets. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. There's another one here. There's a lot of turrets actually. Let's take care of all the turrets first. So I'm guessing these turrets were sabotaged or something, right? I was about to say, don't tell me they regenerate after some time. Ooh. Ooh. Couple of close calls there. So do we shoot at the fusion torch or do we get into the building? I don't think we shoot at the fusion torch. But you know what? I thought we are on the clock, but maybe not. So does that mean we can like explore and stuff? But anyway, let's just get into the building first. How do we disable the fusion torches?
Securing point.
Always safe before we enter any buildings. Oh. Okay, what happened here? What happened here? None of these lockers are unlockable. Oh. Okay.
Batarians.
Check! Check!
Okay. Caden, we're gonna need lift. Ashley, use overkill. I'm actually gonna use overkill too. Oh, why am I not? Okay, I cannot use my weapons. Ooh, what was that? Ooh. Okay, then maybe neural shock, the Batarian war beast, and I should use my shotgun actually. And actually use sniper rifle. How about that? Okay. Caden, sabotage that guy, and Ashley maybe ready assassination. I'm gonna pop Amelia because we know there's someone here, and use lift again. Very nice. Oh, okay. What's with the lags recently? Okay. That could have gone better, I think. But yeah. Batarians. I don't think we've encountered Batarians before this. So they are the ones behind the sabotage, I'm guessing. Oh. Oh, we could have gone up here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Grenade storage box. You know, I rarely use grenades lately. Let's go upstairs. And see what we are dealing with. Oh, a tire. Okay, what's in this room? Okay. Let's disable the torch.
I'm reading that the torch is offline.
Kate.
Can you hear me?
Who are you? What's going on?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die.
If I find out anything, I've
gotta go. Good luck.
Wait a bit. So she said she's part of the team that brought this asteroid towards Terra Nova. I'm guessing she meant the project of getting this asteroid from Bohr near Terra Nova. I don't think she wants to smash the asteroid to the planet.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh God. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
Takes more than that one shot to bring me down.
Sorry. I didn't even realize you were human until... well... guess I'm not much of a soldier.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard, with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock.
Oh,
Listen,
makes sense.
We don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family. They live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs.
Wow.
It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony. The planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
Whoa, there was a lot. I mean, I'm not that knowledgeable about asteroid impacts in the first place, but the heat will burn clothes kilometers away from the impact, like from the point of contact, and the air shock itself will flatten things in a huge radius. I mean, wow.
Is there any chance it'll land in the oceans?
That would be even worse. Tsunamis would sweep inland at hundreds of kilometers per hour.
Wow.
Millions of tons of water would be vaporized at the point of impact. Global cloud coverage. The plants could all die, and if they go, the whole ecosystem rolls over. I'd have to run the numbers, but take my word for it, it'd be bad.
This doesn't make any sense. Batarians run criminal gangs. Unethical, but profitable. They don't destroy worlds. What does this gain them?
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
I mean, this Shepard answered this question himself earlier, right? They usually run something unethical but profitable. Maybe they will profit somehow from this, but I'm gonna go with this one.
Most Batarians aren't genocidal madmen, but these ones are terrorists.
Yeah, I know. It's just... This isn't how I expected the world to be when I rolled out of bed this morning.
Fair enough.
You were on the ground when this happened. How many Batarians have you seen? And where?
They landed at the main facility. It's locked down now. They've changed the passcodes. No idea what's going on inside. I did see groups head out to each of the torch stations. Couldn't say how many, though. Enough to give you a fight.
Any idea who's behind this? Who's leading them? That might provide a clue.
I heard a couple of them talking. They mentioned a Balak. It sounded like he's the one in charge. They didn't seem convinced this was a good idea, but they were scared of the guy. Scared enough to do what he wanted.
Okay.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors.
Oh no.
That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here. No. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum.
Wow.
And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find them?
They were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
Okay.
I'll look for them, but the torches have to be my priority.
Yeah, you're right. Saving Terra Nova is more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
Okay, we're learning a lot now. Let's go like this.
What can you tell me about Kate?
Smart as a whip and bold as they come. I hope she keeps hidden. If they find her... Oh, Katie. Don't do anything stupid.
Why were you moving this thing in the first place?
Well, the idea was to drag it into Terra Nova's orbit, mine it out, and in the end you'd have a basic structure for an orbital station. It's a lot cheaper than getting everything up into orbit from the planet's surface. The minerals we extract almost cover the costs.
Give me a worst-case scenario. We can't stop the asteroid. Could the colony be evacuated?
Shepard, it took 30 years for the population to grow that large. I'm sure they're moving people to remote areas, but they'd never be able to get more than a few thousand off-world. We just don't have enough ships. No one does. Well, maybe the Quarians, but I don't see them suddenly showing up and offering us a ride.
I see.
You'd better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you...
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
Okay, we just learned a lot from Simon, which makes me think, yep, we got new assignments. 3 missing engineers. There are 3 engineers missing on the surface of X57, Himes, Mendel, and Montoya. If they're alive, they need to be rescued. If they're not, someone should be told where they are. Okay. X57, avoid the blasting caps. Proceed on foot. The blasting caps are equipped with proximity detectors. The closer you get, the more likely they'll go off. Okay, so I'm thinking... Ooh, codex entries. Okay, as I mentioned before, we are now gonna start going over secondary codex entries as we get them. We got a new category here. Update, bring down the sky. Technology, translation. Human cultures remain linguistically divided. Some converse in Spanish, others in Mandarin, Arabic, Swahili, etc. Every alien race has their own equally broad panoply of languages and dialects. Most individuals know only their mother tongue and rely on machine translation. Modern portable computers allow anyone with a few hundred credits of equipment to enjoy seamless real-time translation of alien languages, courtesy of handheld PDAs, computers in clothing or jewelry, or subdermal implants. Without fast and accurate translation, galactic trade and culture could not exist. Governments provide subsidized software, updated through the public extranet on the fly, often as users approach spaceport customs facilities. Even the Batarians, who isolated themselves from galactic society nearly 2 decades ago, take pains to provide up-to-date glossaries and linguistic rules, though most suspect this is only so they can continue exporting propaganda. It is still considered broad-minded and practical to be able to speak without machine aid. Children often take courses in alien language, and most races can speak the simplified artificial trade tongue with little difficulty. Some species must rely on machine translation to interact with the rest of the galaxy. Hanar, for example, cannot reproduce the spoken language of any humanoid species, and other races cannot reproduce Hanar bioluminescence without mechanical aid. Newly discovered or obscure races don't have machine translation available until the linguists have had time to study them. Very interesting. I think, if I remember correctly, we mentioned this point before while exploring some planet, that unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, for example, it hasn't been made clear at that point how we are able to converse with the other alien races. And here's we got our answer. Very nice. Interesting that they only made this codex entry for the DLC though. Maybe fans of the game told BioWare that they're wondering about this point, and then they made it for the DLC. So yeah, the fact that we got a whole bunch of assignments, look how beautiful it is, makes me think that we are not exactly on the clock. Like, the timing is not that tight. In fact, we need to, as much as possible, explore around as we've been doing for our planet explorations. We got a transmission tower here, fusion torch here, and then the main facility here. So I think we eventually want to go to the main facility, and we can, or we should rather, explore beforehand. But we just passed the 1 hour mark, and I think this is actually quite a good place to wrap this episode up. And in the next episode we will explore the asteroid and hopefully make it to the main facility after taking care of the assignments we just got from Simon. But yeah, in this episode we did an assignment on the Citadel regarding our background of Earthborn, and then, as promised, we began the Bring Down the Sky DLC, and we took care of one of the fusion torches that makes the asteroid heading towards the planet, the colony and planet, I guess, of Terra Nova. And notice how Terra Nova in the background is moving. It's moving like it's rotating or moving further away. But anyway, we're gonna end this episode here. Thank you very much as usual for watching all the way through to the end of this video, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on the next one. So goodbye for now, and I hope you have the greatest day. See ya!